Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Joseph Bender from MC Small Talk here with Kyle Smith. Very excited for this episode because a lot of people ask me what he does and they want to know. So tune into this and by the end of it, you'll find out what exactly he does. We just talked beforehand, so I got a little bit of an idea, but beforehand, I just referred to him as Franklin's right-hand man because if you're on ESPN, you'll see James Franklin right behind him. You'll see Kyle. So is that kind of a good description of what you do?
When I got the position, that's what they called me. They said, "You're his right-hand man," so that's what I tell people.
What exactly is like the job title?
I mean, I'm technically an equipment manager.
Yeah.
But on game days and for practice, my main responsibility is taking care of coach, making sure he has everything he needs, making sure practice runs smoothly, keeping the clock. I pretty much do everything like that.
You said there's 14 of you, right?
Yeah, we have 14 managers.
But you go to every away game or every game.
I go to every game. For the home games, everyone comes.
Yeah.
Because it's our own stadium. But for the away games, we take about 9, and they usually rotate who does come and who doesn't. But since I'm with Franklin and he needs me there, so I go to everyone.
A lot of people ask me how you got the job, so tell us about that because that's a big time.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story. So growing up, my best friend was Zach Bonson, and I always knew his dad did something for Penn State, but I didn't know what exactly. And then one day he's like, said, "My nephew is an equipment manager just like I was." So he gave me his phone number, and I started talking to him, and he was Kyle Shuey. And he's the reason I got the Franklin position because we're both named Kyle. And so I talked to him, and he's like, call Jay Takash, who is the head manager. So I did, and I sent in my resume, sent in a cover letter, and got an interview. And actually, I interviewed the end of my freshman year, and I didn't get it. And then the next year, they called me back, and I got it. And I started last spring.
That's awesome. You said you're in broadcasting journalism.
Broadcast journalism.
So like, at first I thought maybe you're doing something with like sports. So this job, that you're doing has really nothing to do with your major. It's
Not
just
really. I mean, it helps because I'm around people. Like for the Ohio State game, I was right beside Kirk Herbstreit.
Oh,
so
sweet.
I'm right there, but really we have education majors, we have business majors. It really doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. Well, you said something before about you were talking to his communication girl. So like there's an in there, I guess.
Yeah, I know a bunch of the front office people, the chief of staff, his other assistants. I know pretty much everyone in the upstairs, we call it.
That's sweet.
Just from walking and talking to him at practice and whatnot.
We talked. You said you get a lot of free gear. That's cool. You're wearing something. You got a backpack.
I got this. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm a big Penn State football fan. I never really knew you liked football.
Yeah, I've been to all but 4 games, I think, in the past 12 or 13 years, actually.
Really? Penn State? That's crazy. I always knew. I figured you'd do like a wrestling thing here. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's harder to get those tickets in football, I think. 'Cause we're on the waiting list, but it's just too long.
Yeah. I got you for sure. We're actually at Penn State right now doing the interview. I contacted him, said we'll come to him, and it's sweet. It's nothing like Lock Haven, but talk about some of your favorite memories at doing this position. Just a few.
One of my favorite memories is probably the first game last year against, I think App State was the first one, and so I have to hold his sunglasses, and I switch him out with his regular glasses when it's sunny. So right before the team walks out of the tunnel, I hand him his sunglasses, and then I take off.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because when I'm the first one out, so when the fans see me, they start to go nuts, and it's right through the student section. And that and the whiteout game, when I did that, I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, don't throw up, because it was just so hype, and the fireworks went off. And everyone's crazy for that, and they opened the gate, and I was like, jeez.
I bet that is so stressful. I bet you feel like I always tell my parents, like, I bet Kyle's making the calls, like the play calls.
Yeah.
Like, what's he doing? But yeah.
Well, I got a funny one for you. We went to the Pitt game, and they always do that thing where they lock arms and walk to midfield, and they started flipping us off and yelling at us, and I was just kind of standing by coach looking at him, and this guy, I don't even know his name. He looks at me and he says, "Hey, if you want some, come get some." And I said, "I've been waiting all day." Funny thing is, never saw him on the field. Just rode the bench the whole time.
Oh wait, a Pitt player said
Yeah.
that? To you?
To me, yeah. I was like, "What do you want me to do? I'm just here doing my job."
I'd gather up Trace and the boys and tell them, let's go get them.
Yeah. It's nice when you know some of the D linemen that have
Yeah,
your back.
yeah. You said that Trace knows you by name.
Yeah. One day we were walking in from practice, and I have a separate backpack that I carry for coach, and I had this one. The zipper was ripped.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, Carl, you should get a new backpack." And I said, "Yeah, they won't let me till it explodes." They said, "Oh, that's not cool." He's like, "I'll talk to your boss and get you one."
Dude,
And then I got one.
That is sweet. Yeah. You think he's gonna get drafted?
Yeah, I think he'll go pretty high.
Same. He's a winner, so hopefully, I'm looking for the best for him. Are you like tight with James Franklin, like outside of the job, like with his family or anything like that, or?
No, I don't really talk to them that much. I mean, he recognizes me and knows my name enough that if we were walking down the street, he would see me, he would know me, but
Yeah.
he's always out doing something, so I don't really get a chance to.
Yeah, Penn State football. You don't have time to just.
Yeah, that he's always busy doing something.
Yeah. You ever get yelled at for anything?
I did a couple times.
I bet.
When I first started, we were doing winter workouts, which where I just came from.
Yeah.
And I was demonstrating something, and I slipped and fell on my face right in front of him, and he got my ear and was like, "Get up, finish this drill." I got so scared. This is my first encounter with him.
Was he like actually mad?
I don't think he was. I think he's just being intense.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was
He's
scary.
an intense guy.
Of course, all the wide receivers are laughing at me because I did a face plant right in front of them, but it humbled me a little bit.
That's funny. Do you like post game? Are you like in the conferences and like in the room?
Now, once he gives his post-game speech, I'm done with him for the day, and I help clean up jerseys and stuff.
I was gonna say I wouldn't like if we get a loss. Like I'm out of here, James.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm not trying to deal with you.
It's a quicker cleanup when it's a loss. Put it down.
Yeah. I told you before I went out to the Michigan game. That wasn't fun. I don't know if it was fun for you. I
No,
doubt it.
Not at all. It wasn't that cold, but I think the way things were going, it made it colder. So I was just standing there like, let's get out of here because it was
Yeah,
windy
it was-
and chilly, and nobody was having a good time.
No, like going into halftime, I was kind of warm. Like 14-0, I think. Like we could still win this. We had that punt return, or
It was a field goal block.
The field goal block that-
and I still think it's a bad call.
that was a terrible
I think
call.
if they don't call that, it changes the game.
100%.
But-
The momentum, like their fans were nice except for literally all their fans were nice except for the guy right beside us. He was a jerk, but when he ran that back, Attic and I, we were jumping all up and down, like getting everyone up. Not many Penn State fans there, but they called it back, and the Michigan fans tore us up for that.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. If that's a whole nother game, the momentum and stuff like that. But
I've heard some colorful language from some fans.
oh, I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, I probably can't say it on your video,
Yeah.
but you know they'll call us all sorts of names just from walking out. You know.
Who's the worst fans? I'm gonna say Pitt.
Yeah, it was Pitt.
For sure.
I didn't like the Pitt fans at all. They're a bunch of jerks.
Is there any like cool fans?
I think Illinois was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a Friday night
Yeah.
game, right? That's weird.
Yeah, we weren't really a big fan of that because of traveling and stuff. But
Yeah.
that was a fun one. It's probably one of my favorite.
Are your
trips.
professors cool about like you missing class and stuff? They
Most of them
understand.
are. Yeah, we just hand in a paper saying what days we're gonna miss, and they're like, "All right, just keep up with your work." So.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty much a player without the gear.
Yeah, I mean, they have us listed as student athletes technically. Not much of an athlete, but
Yeah, that's sweet. You're gonna do it again next year, right?
I'm actually adding a semester on to do a third season.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. You don't get paid, do you?
No. Our compensation pretty much is the free gear and the away trips.
That's good
But,
enough
I
for
mean,
me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
that's sweet. Not many people can say that they're on the field for all these games, but you, so that's dope. Let's talk about some Mifflin County things. Let's talk about wrestling. Mifflin County wrestling. What are your thoughts? They just won a district title. Do you miss it?
I mean, I miss some parts of it and other parts.
Not the weight cut.
No, I don't
I
miss
always
it.
remember you as just cutting weight,
No.
because you What'd you wrestle as a senior?
Senior, I was 120.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you want? You're probably a lot bigger now.
I'm still about 125.
For real?
Dead serious. I lost 10 pounds this summer, and I don't know why. It just kind of happened.
Go out and try to wrestle for Penn State, man. We need a 125 pounder, but yeah. I mean, Mifflin County Wrestling. I bet it was cool to be a part of that. 120. Wow, that's.
Well, my junior year I was 113, if you remember that.
Yeah,
So,
that's the year I remember you cutting a ton of weight. I couldn't that was just disgusting.
Yeah, I got so sick. I missed 4 days of school after the season from being
I remember
sick.
that. Then you once you ate again, you got sick.
Yeah, I was there like the Monday after the season ended, and then until the next Monday I was MIA because I probably put on like 10 pounds and lost it all in one night, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Man, that is crazy. Let's talk about some common question we asked guests on here. What are your favorite places to eat back home?
back home,
Yeah, Mifflin County.
I'm a big OIP guy.
OIP?
Yeah,
Downtown or Burnham? Doesn't matter.
Equal opportunity guy. I like Southside too.
Southside, yeah. I love Southside. I thought you'd be a wingman guy.
I do like to go there because it's right by my house.
You're a Strode's guy, right?
Yeah, it's a 45-second drive, so it's really
Oh,
real
right.
convenient.
Yeah. I've only been there a couple times, but it's a really nice place. I like it. Anything else any thanks you want to give or?
I'd like to give a shout out to Mark for helping me get involved, and I know that Mifflin County's had a tough week the past couple days, so I just want to tell everyone to keep them in my thoughts, and
Yeah, that means a lot.
yeah, I went home a couple days just because it was a rough couple days.
Yeah, but our community's been really positive about everything and strong, so
yeah.
that's always nice to see. But that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks for having me.
A lot of people are gonna like to have answers of what you did later on.
This has been a Happy Rod production.
For me?